every moment that we are in our waking state, thousands and thousands of thoughts are being produced. And it's almost like, bingo, bingo, you know, ball number 42, and then ball 42 comes up, and then it's a bad one, it's one of those bad thoughts, and then so kind of hope, I hope, ball number 16. Oh, great, it's across one of those really good thoughts, but they're not great, And so you're hoping for give me a good thought so I can feel good. God, ball number 42. Oh, God, it's one of those, you know. Every moment is a step. Every moment. It's just that thousands of these are being produced, these balls, and it's random, and sometimes there seems to be a meaning or a story, and so we always trying to make meanings out of everything. We're always trying to make what do you mean? What's a meaning? What does that mean? Is there a meaning behind it? Is there meaning behind it? Throw all meanings away, people. Throw them away. When you break a leg, and you've been very sportive, and you break a leg, then you really appreciate your legs. Really, you appreciate your legs. But you're not going to appreciate them until you break it. You won't. You really, really can't. You cannot really appreciate it. If you are a writer with your right hand, and you're not going to appreciate your right hand. You're going to love your work, maybe love your words, but until you break your hand, you're going to really appreciate your right hand in a way that you never can. And this is, in our walking, is where our life takes us. Not just in kilometers, not just from building to building or to your automobile or to your kitchen. It's what's inside too. We walk internally and externally. And every door, people, every door, take notice of every door before you walk through that door. Don't waste your life and time. We don't know what's on the other side of that door, but it's how you walk through that door. As it is you walk into your dreams at night, and as it is you're going to leave this planet. So you teach yourself how to walk through that door. How do you want your child to see you? How do you want little children to see you? To see what their possible future can be. As you give hope to others, you give hope to yourself, to the point that you throw hope away. Hope is a crutch until you actually know inside. And every door you open up, even your automobiles, and how you hold yourself, in time you will see the structure of your frame of your body will change. Very slowly, but it will change. As well as your mental, as well as your emotional, it will change. Just give yourself time. Every breath we are walking. You know, people, human beings, forget very easily how precious your life is. People forget. Within a day, they forget. You put yourself in the bathtub tonight, fill it with water. You want to see? You want to see where you are? Put yourself under the water, hold your breath, and let's see. Hold yourself down there until you actually panic. You will panic. And you will see how close we really are to passing away. Each breath counts. Each breath counts. See you tomorrow. Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho. Naete ha ha. Peace to your mind. Nete. Peace to your heart. Sene. Peace to your life. What have we gained at the end of the day? What have we profited at the end of the day? What have we seen at the end of the day? What words have we heard at the end of our day? How many people did we touch at the end of the day? How many times was I so quiet at the end of the day? I wonder how many footsteps I have walked at the end of the day. I wonder if I touched my own heart at the end of the day. I wonder if I was rude and crude at the end of the day. I wonder if I really looked into your eyes at the end of the day. I wonder what new words cross my mind at the end of the day. I wonder how much money I made at the end of the day. I wonder how many deep breaths I have taken at the end of the day. I wonder where I was not there, totally forgotten of myself at the end of the day. I wonder if my kisses were genuine at the end of the day. I wonder how many doors I had opened by the end of the day. I really wonder if I took notice of my given day at the end of the day. And as the weeks go by and the months and the years, and how easily the birthday candles, how easily they mount up and take up more and more surface space of our cake. I wonder what the wishes are by the end of the day. I wonder if I counted this day as a day of mine by the end of the day. And as the decades easily go by, as the rivers flowing down, and where are all these decades going to at the end of my life? Did I really mean it at the end of the day? Did I just walk for myself that I can see at the end of the day? Really, what have I done with my life? With my heavy head and my pillow, looking up at the darkness of a ceiling and of a night sky, so dark it is, at the end of my day. Your life is so precious. And every day matters to you. All we have to look is look into the mirror, and the mirror will tell you all the directions that you have traveled. So many west and east we have traveled. And sometimes we go south and southeast. And sometimes we find ourselves traveling northwest. But we always come back to the equator of ourselves, inside of ourselves, at the end of the day. Just look into the mirror and you will see not just the lines on your faces, and not just the expressions that you put out, but how it is the skin on your cheeks, how they lay over your bones. It is how the skin on your forehead, how it lays over your brow. It is how your nose just stands there so quietly, so patiently, and yet it speaks. An encyclopedia, a dictionary, a storybook. A book sometimes with pages with nothing on them, no black ink, not even red, not even orange, no letters, just a blank day. And I wonder how many blank days we have had by the end of the day. And some pages so full. There are lines, not even lines anymore, for we have literally written northeast, southwest on one page. Overwriting letters and words over other letters and words, layers and layers and layers of conflicts and ideas and speculations, so many things that we have heard. And what was it that I really wanted to remember? What was it? By the end of the day. It is our book of life that no one else can hold but ourselves. It is our book of life that is so alive. It is like the lungs breathing in and out. And some days so simple our life is. Some days so clear with very few words our life is. Just a little brightness on the cheeks. And we look into the mirror and how fresh and young it is. We need no words at the end of the day. It is your book of life that is in your hands. And yet our book of life, it's in our eyes 24 hours a day, even in the night of sleep. It is we that writes in the book. It is we that draw the tears and the teardrops that has literally distorted so many stories and words in our book of life. And yet there is the beauty of tears, not of sorrow, but of joy. And in our book of life, we also have the rivers that are running too. Our passions, our ideas, our wishes, and our wants. And these rivers, like running down your mountains here, they are running continuously in our book of life. No sadness can kill the book. No sadness can make the book go away. No heartache can turn your book of life and tell it to stop breathing. No bullet can kill it, not even death. No anger or hatred can distort it either. It is just that we ourselves write in that book of life on a moment-to-moment basis. And by the age of 5, we find ourselves walking a certain way. And how we all walk differently. And by the age of 12, we find ourselves in our book of life, how everybody else's book is so different. How the philosophies, they start to change. And how they draw and illustrate what it is that they wish and what it is that they see inside. And oh, some people are so wonderful in how they draw. And some are so simple with very few lines. And our book of life does not stop writing, even while our bodies are still in the middle of the night. For we are the dreams, and we are the dreamer of all the dreams that we dream. We are the cause of all our dreams, those of nonsense and those of such clarity and beauty. And this book of life, and there it is in the mirror, there it is in each eye, and there it is in both your hands, and there it is on the soles of your feet, and there it is breathing in your heart, in and out. And some days your book of life is only but a few pages, so clear, so bright, that your book of life even has wings to fly. And some days your book of life comprises of tens of thousands and thousands of pages. And just such heavy stock these pages are. Almost even the weight of a mountain. And we wonder why our heart is so heavy. It is your book of life. That's why we speak the words that we speak. It is when we have our hands on our book of life, our words are more cherished, more colorful. They are much lighter, and they speak just not of the present. For all words and feelings, they come from the past. And we hope that they touch our own bones what we say. We wake up with the book of life, even if the eyes are weary and tired. But so many pages at the end of the day. What was it that I said? What was it that I did? What was it that I did not do? What page was that on? We have the means because we have not only the souls and the hands, we have beautiful minds, we have organs that keep us erect. We have so many moments of breathing in and out. And how precious this beautiful life of ours is. But like keeping your hands on the wheel of your automobile, keeping the mind alert of where you are going, as it is to keep your hands on your book of life every moment that you can. There is no other book worse or better than yours. All the books are as beautiful as all the stars in the sky. And if you wish to write a page of sadness, it is your book. If you wish to write words of encouragement in your book, that is your choice. And as it is, as you decide when to put the spoon in your mouth, that was your choice. And yet we have the beauty inside each of us, young and old, sick and weary, healthy and vital. We have the beauty inside each of us. It is like opening up the top of our heads. It is like opening up our books, not just to our neighbors, not just to our best friends, but actually to the land. Not to people, but to the land. Not to your husband or wife, but to the land. Not to your best friend, but to the land. For it is a land that knows you better. For that is where our bodies come from. The rumbling and the tumbling from morning sunrise to sunset, we have been put together. And how it took a very, very long time for this book of life that is so, so beautiful actually. Even the pages that are blank, that are all scribbled out and seem to be so confused, and sometimes so wet, and sometimes even the pages themselves are tired. And yet all it takes is but a moment. And yet sometimes it takes a decade. And sometimes it just takes another moment. And your book of life is not the weight of a mountain. It's not tens of thousands and thousands of pages. But you find it but a few pages, so light with wings your book of life is. For you have changed your mind. As it is, we have the ability to turn our words into stones. We can shoot missiles and bullets too. And yet we also have the magic, the ability in our book of life that our words, they have wings, little tiny gentle wings that flutter in the moonlight, that flutter in the sunlight, that even are fluttering under the shade of a tree. As it is for your eyes too. It is just not the eyes that see every letter and every word written down. For our eyes are literally taking billions and billions of pictures in a given day. But how linear we have found ourselves to be. Even though we can fly jet planes, even though we can dive with very special, unique tanks and dive underneath oceans and lakes too. For it's just not the eyes, it's literally how you touch this world. With the tips of your fingers, the soles of your feet, and these words. That they just not bounce off walls of no blood. And your words just are not for human beings. For little creatures, they hurt too. Little creatures dream too. Little creatures have wants too. Little creatures also hurt like you too. And when we start to think of others and all the other books of life that are out there, it's just not speaking to one person standing in front of you. You're actually speaking to the world and the other creatures that live amongst us. You see, it is just not the personality that you think you're speaking to. You're speaking to all the organs inside of the other person. You're speaking to all the bones. You're speaking to all the primal, very old brains inside of us. You're speaking to the left brain and right brain too. You're speaking to the parts of you that are so simple. It is the blood flowing like rivers all throughout your body. And you're speaking to the drummers of your brain. All those synapses firing one after the other, billions and billions of times, to give you sight and colors and angles, give you perspective and depth, and to give you such an imagination, not only of one's future, but of the past. You're speaking to a cosmology. You're speaking to a macrocosm. You're speaking to a microcosm. You're speaking to a very, very beautiful, complex, and yet very simple person that can only speak one word at a time. Your eyes are just not for the person in front of you. They're for the trees that the winds are brushing through, bending all the trees left and right. And your eyes are very much like the wind. And as you scanned the buildings, the faces, as you were scanning how fast you were traveling in your automobiles, as you would scan the person, it is the winds. Your beautiful book of life. Take care. And no one else can do that but you. No one can touch that book of life but you. And when you inhale, your book shrinks. And when you exhale, your book expands. So alive we are. How precious our life really is. Do not be foolish with your life and expect anybody to like you. But you learn to like others as much as possible. And you will find your mind becoming more and more saner than before. Do not be foolish with your life and expect anybody to love you. But if you want a sane mind, you learn to love others. Do not be foolish with your mind and create more insanity and expect anybody to help you. But you learn to help others as much as possible. If you want a saner mind, do not expect anybody to be kind to you. But you learn to be kind to others as much as possible. This beautiful biological body of yours, it belongs to the earth, and you have to give it back. And there will be a day, maybe a night, it could be the early morning too, when you have to give it back. Let your eyes see not as society sees. Let your eyes see where labels cannot blind you. Let your eyes see what stands tall, what we call trees. And let your skin get to know what so many have literally lost, to get to know the winds on your skin. We are not 21st century people. The calendar is wrong. It's insane, actually, to say this is only the year of 2000 and so. We not only have tens of thousands of years underneath our belt, in the soles of our feet, tens of thousands of years, and even millions too. that the ancientness, no doubt, lies inside of us. We are not 21st century people. We are a people with an immense past of so much time. We don't even have the time to count all the zeros. And yet each sunrise, what a beautiful new day it has been given to us. We are new and yet we are old. As it is your book of life. There is never the last page, and you can never find the first page. For this book of life of yours, it is written with the hand of eternity, that not even the light of our sun can follow. For who writes in the book of life is the hand with the pen of a light of no cause and no effects. Simply a light that just is. Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho. Nayate ha ha. Peace to your mind. Nayate peace to your peace to your life. Backtracking. From day one, coming into our second lifetime, coming out of the womb of our mother, we constantly walk ahead, constantly walk forward, without even thinking. We just naturally started to walk forward. We follow the nose, we follow the big toe, the small toe, the middle toe, the other toe, the other toe, and the other toe. Without even, we don't even have to learn any words out of the dictionary. We just take off. We continued at the age of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, walking forward, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 70. What's after 71? 70. 75, 76, 70, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 80. It just doesn't quit. We just don't quit walking forward. Well, and then we wonder, why do I feel so lonely and unworthy? When I have walked forward all these moments and days and minutes and weeks and months and years and decades, and why in the world do most of us feel so alone, so lonely? Why? When we have walked thousands of kilometers forward. Most of the time, we didn't have to walk. We just open up a car door, sit in the car, drive on. Bus drivers, taxi cab drivers, airline pilots, sea captains, we go forward and forward and forward. Can you imagine what it would be like if we get on a ship and the ship goes backwards? Or the airplane? You have to think we're dealing in time and space. It is time and space that we actually ignore. You have to backtrack and really consider the thousands and thousands of kilometers that you have walked forward, and look what it has done for most of us. I'm not worthy. People don't like me, or I feel all alone. And these thousands and thousands of kilometers that we have traveled, all the books, all the pictures that we have witnessed and seen, observed and digested, it's all going forward. We have to be much smarter than what society has taught us to be. We have to learn to backtrack. You got to backtrack. You got to backtrack to see where in the world we have come from. Our habitual habits of constantly going forward and forward and forward and forward, and look what it's done. We have gone forward with technology that are just so, I don't know how you white people did it. I am still amazed. I come to Switzerland, and the way what you Swiss do, I go through mountains In cars, I go through, back home, I have to go around the mountain. I have to, and you guys go right through. You guys built and designed the cell phone and satellites. You white people did that. You white people designed automobiles. Our automobile was always the horse, and you guys just put a lot of horses in one little thing. It shows you there's something far, far more. Intelligence is just not learning numbers and the space between the lines of rulers and how much you can add and the complexity of the physics that we can literally dive into. That does not make you happy. The most beautiful, the most important intelligence there is simple, simple kindness. That is intelligence, kindness. All the body cells that are right now, you sitting in this chair, millions are dying on your body right now, millions. We're shedding our skin. It's falling all over this room, all over this planet we're shedding. We shed just like dogs. And at the same time, hundreds of millions of new body cells are being reproduced right now, giving us another moment to smile, to run, and to have our dinners. We're walking miracles. Totally nothing but walking miracles. And what have we done with ourselves? A vast amount of information out there. What have we done with it? Because we walk forward so conditionally, without even thinking. We go and go and go and go and go and go. Backtrack. Who you are today is a result of everything you did yesterday. Who you are sitting in this chair is a result of how you were, what you did, what you thought. Every step that you made, walking forward, is what brought you into this chair and made you today. Backtrack. Who you are today, sitting in this chair, is the result. When you backtrack and look to see everything that you have done, thought, acted, your behaviors, your attitude, your philosophies, your yeses and your nos, your thumbs up and your thumbs down. When you backtrack and you look ahead, you are who you are today as a result of every moment in your given life. It's just that we're so conditioned to constantly walk and not really use our intelligence. And when you find yourself kind enough, when you find yourself caring enough, you literally start to backtrack. You start to ask very profound, very simple questions. Who am I? Let's go see. And walk backwards. It is you that put the spoon in your mouth. I don't think your mother did it this morning. I don't think your wife or husband, maybe one of your children could have. But most of the time, I know you do. It is you that put your shoes on. And when we backtrack to see, it is you that turned your head. It was you that manufactured all those millions and millions of thoughts per day. And it's nothing but playing bingo with your thoughts. What thought is going to come? It's nothing but bingo. Bingo is great. And it's fun when you're bored. But don't play bingo with your lives. We never know what thought is going to arise. But we cannot rely on bingo actually with our thoughts. But your eyes, they don't need to play bingo. Your hands, they don't play bingo. I've never seen a pair of feet that's ever played bingo in my whole life. But we can play bingo with the expressions in our faces, to fool ourselves and to fool others. To know yourself. And as you backtrack, what are you doing? You are listening, literally listening to yourself. To know yourself, you're starting to just observe. Not look for any answers, but simply to observe. It is in the observation that will teach you. It is in the listening that you will actually hear. So backtrack. Backtrack. In your backtracking, in your observation, in your quiet listening, what will be revealed to you is that no doubt you cannot rely on joy and happiness how it comes like our storms come, and observing the land and how it moves from day to day, from season to season. Every day is so unique, so beautiful, and so different. No day is the same. No leaf is the same. No tree is the same. No fish or insect is the same. Everything is in constant movement, such as you. We just get fooled by our behaviors and our mentalities, and especially the images that we have literally designed and painted of ourselves. Images belong on the wall. Images belong on the wall, people. Paintings belong on the wall. Photographs, they belong in books and on the wall. We are moving rivers. And each one of us, an individual snowflake that cannot be repeated in its design. And every day we are a different design inside. But you need to backtrack. Go sit on top of a hill and observe yourself. What has given you the words that you speak with? What has given you that rage? What has given you that confusion and doubt? What has given you that beauty that's inside of you? What's given you your smiles and your hunger? What's given you your desires? And to have the courage to sit on the hill, to have the courage to backtrack and not step forward. That doesn't always help at all, but to walk backwards. To see what has put the frown on your face, the disgust on your face, and the beauty on your face. It was you. Not your son, not your daughters, not your wife or husbands, not your neighbors either, and not even your best friends. It was you. The beauty of you. The magic magician, not pulling rabbits out of hats, but able to pull a multitude of faces and a great multitude of little balls with little numbers that we call thoughts, and able to walk ahead for thousands and thousands of miles and so many decades and never thought about walking backwards to see what in the world put me together. The magic, not only of a very, very simple, beautiful animal, but all animals have this too, not just us. We're not the elite, we're just another species. We're not on top of the food chain. Viruses are. And fishes too. We all have the magic of a stone and the feather. We have this magic in our grasp, but we don't pay any attention to it. How easily we can turn our words and our faces to stone, even our eyes. That's what amazes me. Our eyes can turn stone cold. And we can walk around with these cold stone eyes looking at people, even little kids, and destroy their image of what the adult world is all about. And in a moment's notice, we can fly with our eyes. Fly so high that we can bring down the stars and have diamonds in our eyes if we wish. If we wish. And without moving our lips, so gentle, so quietly, how wish can move out and flow out so quietly, a simple wish to change the course from north to east, or maybe from southwest to west. How our thoughts can easily be stones. How quickly we can throw stones. Not only with our eyes, but with our words. Or understand the lightness of words and how high these words can fly. And not just keep us on the ground, but to take our minds into other people's minds as high as the clouds and maybe to the moon. There's nothing like feeling uplifted and good. We all know what it's like to be depressed. We all know what it's like to have the weight of a mountain on our shoulders. But we keep walking ahead, trying to find and reach for a future that we can never walk into. Because in reality, we live in the present, not in the future. To be a stone or feather. To be of stone or to be as light as a feather. It is you, the most profound pharmacist your body is. It is you, the most profound magician you are. And with a simple wish, without even moving your lips, from stone to feather, and the most profound pharmacist starts producing, manufacturing in a nanosecond millions and millions of designer drugs that turn the very nature of your body cells and the thoughts and feelings and maybe of your bones, the weight of a mountain, into the flight of a bird, of light thoughts and sights and sounds. Your flag you cannot take with you. Your country you cannot take with you, nor your property or your cars or your favorite toothbrushes you cannot take with you. Nothing will die for you. We pass away only unto ourselves. That is our gift. And no doubt, I think we all know, maybe, it is better to fly than it is to drag a mountain. Your sanctuary is at night, not the day. Your sanctuary is at night when you sleep. That your eyes go to sleep, that your eyes close with the beauty of the day. And you take into your dreams, therefore, the whole night, the sanctuary of what the nights are for. They are for the peace of your bones, of your brains, and your blood. For no doubt our days are weary and very, very tiresome, and we burn out. But your nights, you protect. The nights you protect, because it is your life, not your bosses, not your husbands or wives or sons or daughters. It is your night. That's what the night is for. And the darkness will tell you that. Just listen to it and just observe it. It is yours. It is yours. The day belongs to your country and your family, but you reclaim the night. Let's dance.